Alright, so this week's goal is to assemble all of my IKEA stuff, which is the floor-to-ceiling pantry as well as the new countertop and the cabinets beneath it. Now this could take more than a week because for one, I've never used IKEA stuff even in a regular kitchen, and for two, the RV is gonna present some unique challenges. Also, we can't start assembling it until we do some other work first. So lots to do. First things first, installing the vent for the black water tank, which will go right through the roof of the bus. Let's get to it. Okay, let's go check outside. I'm not sure if I'm through yet. So I guess what's happening is I'm hitting this diagonal part of the wheel well. So my drill bit is coming straight down and sort of skating off the side of this diagonal part. There is a good space in here for it to go through. I just got to make sure my drill bit can puncture this diagonal part. I think I'm in the right spot. I guess we'll just keep going and see if we can puncture this. So on second thought, I might have to come up from the bottom, which is not what I wanted to do, but I think I have no choice. Bummer. Hey, not bad. It was off by 1.5 inches. Not bad, because the pipe I'm going to run is 1.5 inches anyway, so I can use both those holes. Took longer than expected, but great success. So let's make the hole bigger. Wow, I tell you what, that is not bad. For a guy with no skills and questionable intelligence, that's pretty straight. It's not perfect, but it'll work. I'm happy with that. And so I'll put a tiny piece of sheet metal on the bottom just to cover up where my first hole was a tiny bit off. And in the meantime, I can start running my PVC pipe. Now that hole in the bottom was good practice for the hole that's going to go in the ceiling next, because in the ceiling it's much less forgiving. And I really got to make sure the first hole goes right where I need it. So let's run some pipe and then poke a hole in the ceiling. All right, here goes nothing. Hey, I'm getting good at this. That is straight through, man. Not bad at all. That's good. Oh, it's perfectly straight. Awesome. Woohoo! So that is one job successfully completed. Although I still have to put the stack up top. I've just temporarily watertighted it for now because I'm still waiting for the vent from Amazon. But in the meantime, I can take these wires and run them up this wall and put a switch and a socket on the tiles in the bathroom there. And then we can start building our IKEA stuff. So great success so far. And so we went with this 3-in-1 faceplate here. It's actually for a boat, I think, and that's why I liked it. It's actually waterproof, so it'll be good in the shower with all the steam in the bathroom. And it looks kind of clean the way it has the switch, the outlet, and then the phone charger, sort of all in one. And of course, anytime we do electrical, we give a shout out to the reinforcements, my dad. And now, the moment of truth. Hey! 12.5 volts, Daddy-o.
Well, it's got a voltage reading.
It's got a voltage reading.
That's even better for you.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Yeah, it lets you know how to ship it. But it doesn't say point anything?
12.5.
Oh, that's even better.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, baby, we are...
That's the slide to go on. Is that all it is? Is a volt? It's not USB?
Voltmeter and USB on the left side.
Oh, fantastic.
Come on, 12 and a half.
Turn it off for a second. Plug in the fan.
All right, let's see if it works. Oh, ice cold breeze.
You don't have any lights plugged in, do you?
No lights.
Okay, well, let's plug in the light. You gotta make sure the lights work. Turn it off.
Okay, off. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, we are cooking with gas in the bathroom.
Is it pretty bright? Is it bright enough?
It's a party in the bathroom, Dad. Yeah, it's bright. It feels like it's quite bright.
Okay, you want to plug it in the other one?
Woo!
Make sure both work properly.
And so just like that, everything behind my bathroom wall is now complete, and I'm ready to start building my white pantry. Now, as per the IKEA instructions, I'm supposed to use this little piece of dowel to connect the side to this top piece and then the other side. The trouble is, as you can see, my ceiling is sloped, meaning the very first thing I did was cut the top of the side piece off, so there's no place to stick these dowels in. I've removed the holes. Now I've considered using this drill bit to make my own dowel holes and sort of be creative, but as one person trying to build IKEA furniture, it's not really ideal, and I don't think I'm going to be able to line up the top and two sides and put all the dowels in at the same time all by myself. And so my point is, I'm going to take this top piece and just screw it right to my ceiling. Meaning, most of those IKEA instructions are just going to end up going in the garbage, and this whole process I'm just going to sort of do it my own way and sort of freestyle it. So stay tuned to the video to see if the drawers in this pantry actually slide, because everything's got to be pretty square and level for those drawers to work, and seeing as I'm doing it all myself, I'm a little bit nervous but hoping for the best. So let's build this thing and see if the drawers slide. And so you'll notice there's a little cavity behind where the cabinets end, because obviously there'll be a finishing piece here. So the cabinet will close up over here. What I'm thinking of doing is back there, if you go around the cabinets through the bedroom that will be here, you can end up with a little bit of a door here, and there'll be a little bit of storage back there. So I guess before I build these drawers, I should close up the insulation here just with whatever I have lying around. I think I'll actually use the wood boards that I was going to use for the ceiling just to cover this and make it sort of presentable. Check it out. Time to install 2 drawers, 2 shelves, and 2 doors. And this pantry will be just about finished after I close up the bottom. Oh man, this is going so well. Man, I'm so excited. Ha! And now, the moment moment you've all been waiting for. Woo! Hot diggity! Man, that is awesome! Watch it again, watch it again, watch it again. In, out, in with the slow finish. Awesome! This is not a bus. This is a home. Okay, let me do this one more time. And then the shelves. Awesome! I'm so happy with this. Let's put the doors on and make this thing look awesome. Actually, on second thought, I went ahead and raised everything up to give myself a huge cavity down here for the furnace and a nice heat enclosure. The last thing I want is the furnace, which is obviously generating a lot of heat, to set fire to this very flammable particle board, and then literally my whole dreams go up in smoke. So safety first, I'm gonna make a big area here for the furnace. Now before I install the furnace, two things. One, I am so happy with how this looks. Don't get distracted by the blue doors. This is a protective film. They will be white in the end. This door opens all the way out. Same with this one, meaning you can slide these drawers. I think this looks like $1,000,000 and I am very happy with it. And the other thing before I install the furnace is, I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. I have 4 screws left over. I have no idea what they're for, and all I can say is I hope they are not structural, because in true IKEA fashion, 4 screws are still in the package. So anyway, let's install this furnace. And now, introducing the world's most overkill furnace installation. Check this out. I know it looks a bit ridiculous. It looks like a massive transformer, or even one of those walking things from Star Wars, but I really wanted to make it safe, and so what I did is I actually exceeded the manufacturer's recommendations for their installation guide. I got cement board, which obviously is non-flammable, and I cut it into strips, and I've created a full 360-degree, all 4 sides of the unit barrier in between the wood and the furnace. So it's completely level, it's completely secure, it fits beautifully just under the bottom shelf of the pantry, and most importantly, it should be completely safe. Despite the fact that it's absolutely massive and looks kind of ridiculous, I am okay with it in the end. Now, I have a very creative way of covering this with drawer doors that obviously won't slide, but they'll be on the face of this, and it should be a pretty sleek finish, although I think that's going to be a 2-man job, so I'll wait for some reinforcements for that. And in the meantime, we can build what will be the bedroom walls, which means I am making good progress, and I am really happy. So, let's keep going. And so I'm doing my best to try and make these kitchen cabinets square, and yet I started off with the stupidest mistake possible. I cut the inside of one of the cabinets 4.5 inches in the wrong spot because I forgot to accurately figure out the wheel well in the bottom. Listen, this is not an easy job. As you know, the windows are all crooked and leaning in at the top, as well as if you look at the right side of the right cabinet, it's floating in midair because of this wheel well I'm dealing with at the bottom. So nothing was square or easy here, and yet I think I did a half decent job. It is level across the top, and the measurements are all square for the cabinets. So it's a stupid mistake over here, but it is what it is, and I'm ready to put the drawers and the cabinets on before we put the countertop on. It's going okay. A stupid mistake here, but I'll try to cover it later with some white caulking and whatever. So let's keep going. whitewash barn board. I love it. Looks awesome. Put it here, and then the windows will be open, but in between each window, I'll have probably this whitewash barn board. Looks great. You'll probably notice I've been avoiding putting the countertop on because I'm very nervous. But without further ado, countertop time. That was nerve-wracking. Let's go see if it fits. Wow, pretty good, honestly. It's more or less tight to my wall over there, and I've got a good space to build the finishing wall on this side of the fridge. That was so nerve-wracking, man. But I think it's gonna be all right. So maybe now we can build the wall on the side of the fridge. Phew. And so, just like that, it is time to install the stove and the sink. Now the sink has a really good template that even shows me where the faucet will go, which is quite nice. And the stove has same idea, telling me the exact hole to cut. I can just trace around this cardboard. But honestly, this is really making me nervous. There are so many decisions to make. For instance, should the stove be to the front of the countertop, or should it be sort of centered within the distance, equal distance front and back? I don't know. Oh man, I'm nervous for this. I gotta really think before I start cutting holes in my countertop. Oh man. Oh man. I am nervous about this. Well, let's see. Oh boy. Not bad at all. Pretty good, man. That's pretty good for me. Oh man, that's pretty good. Pretty square, pretty good. Okay, now you cut the cooktop, and that's life. Enough space back here for the faucet, and a nice little edge up front. Oh yeah! I'm happy with that, man. I'm really happy with that. sleek and modern. All black design. Love it. Yes. Okay, cooktop. And that's enough work for a holiday Monday. I tell you what, in life, if you stay focused and try to think as hard as you can and really just try your best, it's amazing how much you can develop your skills and really build your confidence in a short amount of time. Because this first hole was honestly petrifying me. It took me so long and I was so scared. And to cut this second hole was like a simple case of measure twice and cut once. I am so happy with how this looks. Obviously, I'm not going to put the plumbing in or the gas today. There'll be a separate video coming soon with all the plumbing and all the gas. But as far as I'm concerned, the kitchen is effectively built. All I've got to do is screw down the countertop. Everything is square, everything is level, everything looks really good. I'll put the faucet in and do the plumbing later, like I mentioned. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is build the dinette. Now, if anybody knows what this is, feel free to hit me up in the comments. This is gonna be the table of the dinette, which will also be the bottom of my bed. I'll give you a hint if you know what those holes are for, or if you're trying to guess. It's going to be my daughter's crib as well. So this is going to be the most sentimental part of the bus because it was my Nana's table, and my beautiful daughter has the same name as my Nana. So it's very sentimental. It's kind of like a family heirloom for me, and I'm going to incorporate it right in the bus, which is pretty great. Stay tuned for that video coming soon, and then it'll be probably the plumbing and gas. Then we'll do the bedroom. Then we'll do all the details, and then we'll be on the road in the bus. I love it, man. This was a great video. One of the most fun videos to make because you're starting to see the finish line. The ending result is kind of in sight. We still got a lot of work to do, but the kitchen is more or less in, which makes me feel so happy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. More videos to come. Later!